Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Aurora Online Classes. Dear students, I have completed all the chapters of First Flight and Footprints Without Feet. Now, discussion of question answers is going on. In my previous class, I discussed a few questions, and today I am here with some different questions of the same lesson, The Proposal by Anton Chekhov. The question is, how does Lomov speak warmly of Chubukov's family in the beginning? Why does he change his stand? I taught you earlier that when Lomov comes to Chubukov in his formal evening dress with a proposal of marrying Natalia. But he doesn't talk about his proposal in the beginning. He doesn't talk about his marriage proposal with Natalia in the beginning. He starts beating around the bush. So he takes a long time, and when he starts talking with Natalia, talking to Natalia, he talks about the cordial relationship, the friendly relationship between Lomovs and Chubukovs. Lomovs means Lomov family and Chubukovs means Chubukov family. So the question is, so this is what she talks nicely about Chubukov's family. She talks good things about Chubukov's family to impress her, maybe the intention. So the question is, how does Lomov speak warmly of Chubukov's family in the beginning? Why does he change his stand? So in the beginning, Lomov speaks quite warmly about Chubukov's family. He speaks warmly. He speaks lots of good things about Chubukov family. He reminds, while talking to Natalia, he reminds Natalia that he knows the Chubukovs since his childhood. He says that he knows Chubukov's family since his childhood. He talks about that his aunt and uncle, means Lomov's aunt and uncle, too had a great respect for her family. He says that my uncle and aunt have great respect for your family. And then he says that both the families have been most friendly and close neighbors. Right from the very beginning, both the families, Lomovs and Chubukovs, have been nice to each other, they have been friendly to each other, and they have been close neighbors. So this is a warm talk, lovely talk, good talk about Chubukov family by Lomov. Lomov changes his opinion, changes his view about the Chubukovs when he picks up a quarrel with Natalia and Chubukov over the ownership of Oxen Meadows. Oxen Meadows, this piece of land, is a cause of quarrel between both of them. This is a subject of dispute. This land, this piece of land, is a matter of dispute, is a thing of dispute. Dispute means quarrel, jhagda, jhanjat, conflict. between both of them. So he picks up a quarrel because he claims his ownership over Oxen Meadows. Natalia and Chubukov, both of them, both father and daughter, claim their ownership over Oxen Meadows. At first, Natalia starts. She says that Oxen Meadows belongs to her and her family. Then, after some time, Chubukov also comes and he takes part in their conversation, and he also claims that Oxen Meadows belong to them. And Lomov says Oxen Meadows belong to him and his family. So, actually, both of them claim to be the owner of Oxen Meadows. So, this is the answer. Now, next question is, describe Oxen Meadows. How were they a bone of contention? Means, how was Oxen Meadows a bone of contention? Bone of contention is a phrase, and bone of contention is a phrase which means subject of dispute, cause of quarrel, bone of contention, which is called, there is one more phrase for bone of contention, that is an apple of discord. Means matter of या subject or object of dispute, झगड़े की वजह, झगड़े का कारण in Hindi. Between Lomov's and Natalia's family, of course, Oxen Meadows, there was a fight between both of them. There was a fight between Lomov and Natalia over Oxen Meadows. So Lomov and his rich landlord Chubukov are neighbors. Both of them are neighbors. Both of them are landlords. Both of them are rich. A piece of land, which is Oxen Meadows, becomes a bone of contention. Means it becomes an object of dispute, a cause of quarrel between both of them, between the two families. Both of them claim their ownership over the Oxen Meadows. Lomov says that Oxen Meadows were given to Chubukov's peasants for free use, and they were to make bricks for the Lomovs, Lomovs. Here Lomovs means Lomov and his family. Lomovs means Lomov and his family, and Chubukovs means Chubukov and his family. The Chubukovs contest this claim of Lomov. No, you are not right. He says that it belongs to us. Next question. Why does Natalia think that Lomov's behavior is strange? The question is, why does Natalia think that Lomov's behavior is strange? Why does she find that Lomov's behavior is strange? And he is simply joking and making fun of her. At a point of conversation, Natalia realizes that actually Lomov's behavior is strange, and he is simply joking and making fun of her. Why does she think so about Lomov? The answer is, Natalia thinks that Lomov's behavior is quite strange. So at what point of time or at what point of conversation she thinks so or she believes so, she starts believing. So Natalia thinks that Lomov's behavior is quite strange. He is only joking and making fun of her. Actually, she claims that Natalia claims that they have Oxen Meadows for nearly 300 years. So Natalia wants to make it clear that Oxen Meadows belongs to her family for the last 300 years. And on the other hand, Lomov claims to be the owner of Oxen Meadows. He claims to have Oxen Meadows. He claims that Oxen Meadows belongs to him. So she says she has come to know that Oxen Meadows have been a part of her land or have been a part of landed property of Natalia's family. This is what she knows. Means, I mean to say that Natalia is under the impression that this one, I mean Oxen Meadows has been a part of her family property for the last 300 years. And when she comes to know from Lomov that Oxen Meadows does not belong to her, Oxen Meadows belongs to him. So it's a matter of great surprise to learn it that Oxen Meadows belongs to Lomov. So it is strange that Lomov is so she is suddenly told, passive voice, she is suddenly told. Then who tells her that Oxen Meadows is not hers? Oxen Meadows belongs to Lomov. It is Lomov who tells her that Oxen Meadows does not belong to you. Oxen Meadows belongs to me. And when she comes to know, she is surprised. So it is quite strange that Lomov is, then she thinks that it is Lomov is making, it is strange that Lomov is making a present of the meadows to them, which are not owned by him. At one point of conversation, Lomov says that, okay, this is nothing, Natalia. I'll give you this Oxen Meadows as a gift. I'll give you this as a present. Then she is surprised. Have you gone mad, Lomov? You say, why will you give this Oxen Meadows to me as a gift? Oxen Meadows is not yours. Oxen Meadows is mine. It is my family's property. Then who are you? Who are you to give me as a gift? It is mine. It is not yours. So it is not like a good neighbor. You are my good neighbor. And here you are here to grab my land. You are a land grabber. You are not a friend. This is not a good sign of being a friend, being a good friend, being a good neighbor. So this is not the sign of a good neighbor. This is not the sign of a good friend. Oxen Meadows is not yours, and you claim that it is yours, and I know that it's mine. It's of my family. So who are you to give me this piece of land as a gift, even though it is not yours? Next question is, why does Lomov say that Chubukov is not a good neighbor but a land grabber? Why does Lomov say that Chubukov is not a good neighbor but a land grabber? Lomov has reasons to think that Chubukov is not a good neighbor but a land grabber. Land grabber means one who grabs land. One who grabs your piece of land is a land grabber. जो तुम्हारी जमीन को हड़प ले, जमीन को हड़पने वाला, हथिया लेने वाला, in Hindi. So Lomov has reasons, he has valid reasons to think that Chubukov is not a good neighbor but a land grabber. His aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for temporary and free use of Chubukov's grandfather's peasants. He doesn't intend to give up his claim over the meadows. Actually, good neighbors do not behave like that. Good neighbors are always concerned about the safety and well-being of their neighbors. So, only land grabbers behave like this. Next question is, how does Natalia react when she comes to know that Lomov has come to make a marriage proposal to her? How does she react? We have come to know that at first Natalia is not aware, she doesn't know that Lomov has come with a marriage proposal. Actually, she also likes Lomov and she wants to marry Lomov. But when Lomov comes in the beginning, she doesn't know it because her father had not told her that Lomov has come with a marriage proposal of marrying you. So, in the beginning, what happens? Chubukov and Natalia indulge in all sorts of abuses and insults. So there is exchange of hot talk. Both of them abuse each other. Both, Natalia and Chubukov abuse and insult Lomov, and Lomov also abuses and insults Natalia and Chubukov. So this happens in the beginning. So, however, Chubukov actually in the beginning, Chubukov does not disclose it, does not open the real purpose of Lomov's visit. However, Chubukov discloses when he opens the real purpose of Lomov's visit. So what was the real purpose of Lomov's visit? The real purpose of Lomov's visit to her house was the marriage proposal. He has come with a marriage proposal for Natalia. So later on, when Chubukov tells her daughter that Lomov had come with a marriage proposal, then what happens? Then means when she comes to know that Lomov has come there with a proposal of marrying her, she changes herself. She grows hysterical. And then she blames her father for not telling it before. Then she asks her father as to why you didn't tell me earlier. And then she cries to bring him back. Then she tells her father to bring him back. She even threatens her father. She even threatens to die if you do not bring Lomov back. She says, I'll die. I'll die if Lomov is not brought back. If you do not bring Lomov back here, I'll die. So this is what she threatens. Now next question. Besides Oxen Meadows, what is the other important cause of quarrel between Lomov and Natalia? So there are two things. Actually, right from the very beginning, Oxen Meadows is a cause of quarrel between both of them. It's a subject of conflict between both of them. So apart from Oxen Meadows, is there anything which is a quarrel, which is a cause of quarrel? Is there any important cause of quarrel between Lomov and Natalia? Of course, at first they fight over or they quarrel over Oxen Meadows. So apart from picking up quarrel or claiming their ownership over Oxen Meadows, do they have something more important cause of quarrel? Of course, they have, and that is over their dogs. So let's go ahead. Natalia and Lomov have already quarreled over, we have come to know. Natalia and Lomov have already quarreled over the Oxen Meadows. Now crops up a fresh cause of quarrel. Now something else is there to quarrel over. And what is this something? This is their dogs. So now crops up a fresh cause of their quarrel. And what is this? It is over their dogs. Now a fresh quarrel. Now they pick up a fresh start. Now they pick up a fresh quarrel over their dogs. Squeezer. There are two dogs. A squeezer is Natalia's dog. And Guess is Lomov's dog. So they start quarreling over their dogs. And what are their dogs? Squeezer, once again Natalia's dog, and Guess, it is Lomov's dog. Natalia thinks that Squeezer, she says Squeezer is Natalia's dog. So she thinks that Squeezer is Natalia's dog. Actually, Natalia says that Squeezer means her dog. Squeezer is a thoroughbred animal. it's an animal of pure hybrid, excellent hybrid, thoroughbred animal. And he is, means Squeezer is, according to Natalia, her dog, Squeezer is far better than Lomov's dog, Guess. Means Natalia says that her Squeezer is far better than Guess. And who is Guess? Guess is Lomov's dog. Natalia calls Guess an old and worthless dog. Natalia says that Guess is an old and worthless, means useless dog. And the quarrel continues even after they are married. Their quarrel doesn't stop here. At first they had a quarrel over the ownership of Oxen Meadows, and then they pick up another quarrel, and that is over their dogs. So does their quarrel stop here? No, their quarrel continues. We have read that their quarrel continues even after they get married. So this is a farce, and we have come to know, we have completed this lesson. So today I discussed 5 more questions with you. I hope whatever I have discussed today, you must have understood it. Though I am working hard, I am really working hard for you, and I hope that you will try to understand the pains that I am taking for you. And not only I, but other teachers, respective teachers, are really concerned about you, isn't it? Thank you very much. That's all for today.